Tarot. Thank you for your patience. I'm about to do your Map of Destiny reading. I apologize for the wait. I had to evacuate because of the hurricane, so I'm at my condo in town with my grandmother. We're here at the condo instead of at the beach. So thank you for your patience. I saw your message about wondering about your reading, so I just wanted to get it done for you. And I've set an intention, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's hope it gives you some good guidance and some interesting information about your situation. So what I'm pulling first to start the reading is from the Ascension Oracle deck. That will tell us what kind of energy you're working with this lifetime. And let me see, maybe this lighting will help there. That's better. What kind of energy you're working with this lifetime, and what to expect and what guidance you need as far as that. And then we'll go into the rest of the reading. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. What is the energy that Meera is working with this lifetime and that she should be aware of? The Huna prayer, nice. That's the High Priest Hermes from Atlantis. He was an Atlantean, and he, after the fall of Atlantis, he ended up in Hawaii and started the Huma civilization. Any other messages regarding this cycle? Dolphins. Wow. Okay. Huna is the first one. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. Huna prayer. The high priest Hermes took his tribe from Atlantis to Hawaii, where he established the Kahuna tribe and taught the tribe the Huna prayer as follows. First, address your prayer to an angel or master of your choice. State your request 3 times in positive terms, then sit with your palms up and say, may the rain of blessings fall, so be it. Repeat this for 30 days, then stop. Watch for signs from the universe and take action at any time if it feels right. Your guidance is to start a Huna prayer for some aspect of your life, or continue if you are already engaged in one. The affirmation that goes with this card is your Huna prayer. We also have dolphins. This is card number that's card number 8. The number 8 is the infinity symbol. It represents abundance and things which are karmic. You have the dolphins card. That's card number 23, which breaks down to a 5, which represents healing and constant change. Dolphin sonics purify and raise the frequency of water. I don't know if you know this about dolphins, but it was believed that dolphins may have been the first alien type being to come to this planet. Or the description of the first beings to come to this planet were described as dolphin-like beings that were water beings. So dolphin sonics purify and raise the frequency of water as they swim through it, so that they can access, maintain, and pass on the wisdom of golden Atlantis and Lemuria. So you've got a lot of Atlantean ties, okay? So that's something to be aware of. Those dolphins who shimmer with aquamarine light were the angel of Atlantis. Those dolphins who shimmer with aquamarine light were the angels of Atlantis. Interesting. They are mighty beings who help to hold the frequency of the oceans. Choosing this card invites you to tune into the beautiful dolphins and access a message from them. Your guidance is to relax and flow with the current of ascension, knowing that the dolphins are telepathically imparting help and wisdom to you. The affirmation is, I connect with dolphin wisdom. Okay, so now we're going to pull the master level card, and we're going to see what element you're working with this lifetime and what your level of mastery is this lifetime with that card, okay? Spirit, what message does Meera most need for her level of mastery with what particular element she's mastered? Thank you. Adept of orbs. So that means that you have a very strong mind. The orbs is air energy. That's the air element. It's like swords in the tarot, but it's orbs in this. This is the Starseed Syrian tarot. So your gift, or the power that you're most adept at working with, is orbs, which is air energy. This means that you have power of your thoughts. You should be very good at manifesting as well, and the ability to see things from the right perspective. Some people are not capable of doing this. Some people can get caught in a very negative vibration because they always choose the messages that come from the 4th dimension, the emotions that come down from the 4th dimension. It's very difficult for some people to choose the higher vibrational feelings. We're, as human beings stuck in this density, we're more drawn to the low vibrationals, the things that make us angry, the things that make us vengeful. Those are the easy things to grab for when they come in from the 4th dimension. This is saying, as someone who is an adept of orbs, you have the ability with your thoughts to grab for the higher dimensional thoughts, What lesson am I learning from this? Why is this happening? What's the goal? How can I learn and be better next time? This is what you're adept at. So this is saying, when it comes to your energy, you have the ability this lifetime to work with air energy and to work with it in a way that's going to lead you to abundance. And on that path of abundance, you really want to focus on your thoughts. Mind your thoughts and be aware that the thoughts you have are the thoughts you're choosing to have. So when you find yourself having negative thoughts like, you're angry or you're, frustrated, just know that's not hurting anyone but you. That's making your life more miserable, not anyone else. Whoever you're angry at, whatever you're frustrated about, it's only you that's getting punished. So choose higher vibrational happy thoughts, choose hope, choose optimism, and watch how your life around you changes. That's the guidance from this card, and it's going to help your entire life path. It's going to help you to manifest abundance into your life, and it's going to help you to see beautiful things happen as you recognize that you have power over your own thoughts, being adept of orbs. All right, so the next one, we're going to now pull the different elements. And so each element has a specific meaning for your map of destiny in your lifetime. The first we're pulling is the fire element. This is flames within the Starseed Syrian Tarot. And so the flames represents your soul, right? If you think of like in the Gospels, the apostles received the Holy Spirit and it looked like tongues of fire, because fire represents the spirit or the soul. So the flames cards are representing your actual, this life cycle, what your soul is going through, and what your challenges and purpose will be from a soul perspective. What's the message from the flames cards for Meera? Thank you. Okay, Ten of Flames. The Ten of Flames is like the Ten of Wands or Ten of Fire, and the Ten of Flames represents the end of a cycle, and it's a cycle of burden. So for you, your soul is learning how to bear burdens that maybe are brought on by other people, or maybe just brought on by the choices you make, or maybe both. But this is saying it's part of your soul path this lifetime to learn how to bear those burdens with humility, with kindness, with compassion, and with utmost maturity in order to graduate, because you don't want to do this thing again. So with the Ten of Flames, that's definitely an energy of, you can expect that you will be bearing burdens that maybe you didn't think you signed up for. You did. If you didn't, you wouldn't experience it. So it's always part of your plan. Sometimes people think it's not part of their plan, that it's just happening to them. No, your plan may be within this, from the right to the left, there may be this many options, but you knew when you came here that it would either be this, it would end up here or way over here, but you knew it was in these parameters. Okay, you knew all of these possibilities would happen. And so at some point, part of the plan was that you would be bearing quite a few burdens. Ten of Flames is a burden card. So your soul came in, and it's also, the 10 tells me that you're probably in a final life cycle. This may be your last lifetime here, so that's good news. Also, with the Ten of Flames, there's a lot to say because you got the Adept of Orbs card as your level of mastery with the air element. So there's a lot of alchemy and alchemical mutation that you can do being adept at orbs, meaning that you have the power of your mind, because your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. I know that. I've lived a lifetime of that, of my mind being my worst enemy at times and my best friend at times. So I'm finally learning how to always make it my best friend. And so what you want to do is use that power of your mind to make every bad circumstance inside of you the best. And it may require you to be a little delusional sometimes, but trust me, the most successful people, they're delusional. People who are realists usually aren't very happy. So be delusional. Believe in yourself and believe in how far you can go. Be a little delusional, or you're going to have a really boring, unhappy life. So it's a good thing to be a little delusional. And that's what you can do with that mind power. So that's definitely a way to transmute the energy of the Ten of Flames, because that's what I would want to do if I got that card. So the crystals is about your material world, your financial abundance or lack of, and the reasons you might choose that as a soul. Crystals in this Syrian starseed is the pentacles from traditional tarot. It would be the pentacles element, which is earth. Oops, forgot two of them. Ten of crystals. So with just like with the ten of flames, the ten of crystals is a completion number. So the fact that you've gotten two tens now definitely confirms this being a final life cycle for you, for your soul. But I think also it's going to be part of the struggle that you go through. The ten of crystals represents abundance, material abundance. So there may be some struggles at certain points in your life, but you will end up at a place of achieving things that you want to material. And it's not just financial. Material abundance can represent things that are more to do with if you're someone who likes to garden, if you're someone who likes to surf or paddleboard, whatever those type of things that are very much earthy things, anything that comes down to that's very much planted in the third dimension, are things that you would be this lifetime very successful with, including financial abundance and including being able to build things alone or with other people who have a large view of things like you do. Getting the ten of crystals, you would not want to surround yourself with small-minded people who don't have the ability to see the big picture and where you're capable of going, because they will keep you stuck in sort of a lack mentality, and a lack mentality or a poverty mindset will keep you from getting to that 10 of crystals. So you've got to surround yourself with people who have a large view of where things can go and the possibilities. People who are entrepreneurial and don't believe in working for someone else. People who are ideas people. Those are the kind of people you want to surround yourself with this lifetime as much as possible, okay? Because they don't think the same way as most people, right? They don't think within the parameters that society tells you have to do things, because they know that only keeps you a slave, right? And it only keeps you to a certain ceiling of success, as opposed to, hold on, sorry, my dog's barking. Bentley, stop, please. So that's Bentley, please stop. I'm doing a reading here, buddy. Sorry, my dog's ornery. No, just leave him there. He's fine. Thank you. Okay, sorry, we're in tight quarters here. So anyway, that's a really good card. And I think the main thing that you want to do with that card is just remember that the Ten of Flames and the Ten of Crystals, one's a choice to go through, like I said, to deal with some struggles, and one is a choice to be able to transmute the struggles into abundance. And it really is, every problem can actually be an opportunity. It's really how you look at it. Is it a problem? Well, if you choose to see it as a problem, it most certainly is. Or is it an opportunity? Every death is also a chance for a new life. Whether it's a person who dies, a situation, a cycle that ends, it's also an opportunity to start something new and different. So it's really all in your perspective. Okay, so now we're moving on to the chalices. The chalices are cups. Cups are water energy. Water is your emotional life. So this is about romance or love, romantic love mostly, and what you planned or are destined to do, experience, or achieve in that sector this lifetime. You won't believe this. 10 of chalices. So you've gotten 3 tens from every element. See, these cards don't come out by accident the way they come out. It's very much spirit guides them. As everyone points out, when I pull the card, spirit guides it. So, and that's not me being egotistical. That's me allowing spirit to use me as a channel. So you got the 10 of chalices. So just like in your other 2 elements with the 10 of chalices, this is no doubt your last lifetime here, Meera. And this is no doubt you're going to experience a very great love in this lifetime. You may have a twin soul journey, like myself, someone who is like literally a mirrored soul as yours that can help you to grow and better yourself where you maybe wouldn't have. That's why your twin soul usually comes into your life once you've experienced a lot of the karmic stuff you have to go through, and you're starting to catch on, so that you can really make massive changes. And you might repeat things a couple of times, but you're going to continue to grow and get into your actual dharma, which is your destiny. Karma is the lessons. Karma is the stuff you have to work out for maybe the first 20, 40 years for some of us. And then once you get that karma stuff worked out, or you step out of it, which you can do, you can step out of it if you decide you're done with it. that's when you get to go into your dharma, your destiny. That's when things get really interesting. And your dharma is when things get fun. This is your dharma, okay? This is your dharma, your destiny to have the whole package when it comes to love. You're going to have a family, probably with a high level soulmate or a twin soul. Um, I think I did a reading for you, and you do have someone who fits that bill already in your life. I think this is just a confirmation of that, really. And what you want to do most of all when it comes to this is make wise choices. You've got the adept. You're adept with the orb's energy. So you're adept at processing information, communication as well. The orbs and air energy is also about communication. I don't remember your astrological chart, but I know I have Gemini ascendant, which is a very strong air energy. And my sun sign is Virgo. My rising or ascendant sign is Gemini. So those are both Mercury ruled signs. So I didn't know this until just recently, just learning these things. We're good at communicating. We have the gift of gab. So that's how we learn to go after what we want in the world and to achieve things. We have to, I'm pretty much learned how to do that. And it's for you, it's also, whether you have Gemini or Virgo in your chart or not, you have the ability to process and communicate things very, very succinctly in a way that will bring about these tens coming in. So I can't wait to see what the orbs message is for you. But Ten of Chalices definitely is sort of final fulfillment. And if this is the last lifetime for you, that's when twin souls who have split to do the work, they do come together the last lifetime. So that's not a surprise to me really at all. Okay, so the last element is orbs, which you got the adept of orbs in the level of mastery poll. So it's going to be interesting to see. The orbs are your challenges this lifetime. That's your air energy, your thoughts, mind. It's the things that are going to be the biggest challenge to you as well. Now, the fact that you have the adept level at orbs, it's going to be something that you can handle, right? But it is going to be a challenge nonetheless. So let's see what it is. Okay, Seven of Orbs. So that's the sort of the same meaning as the Seven of Swords in traditional tarot. This is going to be learning to deal with deception. You are going to be, I feel like with the Adept of Orbs, you have the gift of discernment, and you've got to use that gift very carefully, because just because you understand or see the truth in something doesn't mean that you need to always act on that, speak on that, or take action. It's not always something that you need to rearrange. This is an ability to sort of weigh, like use that balance, like the scales of justice in the Justice card, to decide what the right thing to do with the Seven of Orbs is. Because the Seven of Orbs can also be the challenge getting you to the Ten of Chalices in your romantic love or other types of relationships where there's been some deception, because that is often someone who's deceived you, especially in romantic love. And it's not going to be about them coming clean, but about you learning to discern the truth and feeling your way through what's reality for you and what's not. So just sort of take that how it resonates for you. I don't think it's necessarily a challenge that you'll have trouble with, considering your mastery level, but I do think it's something that when it comes to your love life may be something that you aren't going to enjoy dealing with, or you haven't enjoyed dealing with up until this point. But I think if you haven't up until now is the time, now that you understand clearly about the Adept of Orbs energy, to really use your communication skills and your processing skills, your mental processing skills, to bring about the best result, the most favorable result when it comes to how to deal with things that you're discerning to not be necessarily what. In other words, you're like a human lie detector. Okay, so now I'm pulling a major arcana from the Syrian Starseed Tarot, and this is basically to see what your purpose is, your path and purpose this lifetime. Guidance. Card number 5, that's the Hierophant card in traditional tarot. This is Taurus energy. Taurus, is earth energy, that bull energy. Tauruses can be very stubborn. They dig their heels in a lot of times when they need to be more malleable in situations. They're not always willing to compromise where they should be. It's also, though, being very reliable and dependable. People who are like that, at least you can count on them to be dependable, and unchangeable. So there's a good side, and there's always the yin and yang to everything. There's the good side and the bad side of everything and everyone. It's called your light and your shadow sides. So the light side of this energy would be that the person is very dependable. You can count on them. The dark side of this energy would be that they're not often going to compromise. They're not easy to get them to compromise. They're going to be very stubborn, even when they're wrong. And they're not going to be willing to listen to reason unless it's their own reason. Now, for this being your energy, it's in this deck, it's listed as the guidance card. Number one, this is an energy that says you're going to always do well if you take time to meditate. Morning, I would say like twice a day if I were you, morning and evening. And this is also representative when it comes to those tens. You're here to get to a place of enlightenment. That's that highest vibration where you kind of level up. You've got a lot of different things you're returning to source with. You can see the Sphinx here from ancient Egypt in the background. The Sphinx is an interesting statue to see there behind because, that part of the Sphinx, the head of, I don't know what god that is. Is it Amenhotep? I don't know. The head was not put on the original Sphinx based on where it's facing. It was the lion. It was representative of the Leo star system. And it probably had the head of a lion at one time. And at some point it got damaged or destroyed and was rebuilt with the head of this Egyptian god or king, god king. And so for you, I think this is a lot about being able to almost energetically shapeshift. And I'm talking energetically, obviously, not physically. Being able to energetically shapeshift, especially with this Hierophant energy, which is very much using what you know to be true, but also with the fact that you can bring the power of a lot of lifetimes into this and a lot of history, because the Hierophant also represents something that's unchanging in a good way. And so this, though, in the background is something that has changed a lot. Its actual shape has changed, and what it represents has changed. It's no longer a lion. It has the body of a lion, right, but the face or head of a man. So it's kind of saying that you're going to want to really use, and it came through earlier with some of the other polls for you, alchemical mutation, okay? Much like the magician in tarot, using alchemical mutation, different elements to your advantage, and the combining of those elements to sort of bring about what you want into this 3D version of reality, because that's the one we're stuck in right now. So it's all about what you can do with this version of reality, right? So I would definitely spend a lot of time in meditation and in contemplation with these elements, but I would also try to do that in order to recognize what you can bring into the 3D that you've garnered from all of those lifetimes that have put you here with all these tens coming through. And clearly, the main thing you're working with is power over your mind with the adeptive orbs. Having that, because the adept is very strong, but they're not quite yet the master of orbs. And having that, and then the only element that didn't come out as a 10 was your orbs. That came out as 7. So there's definitely an energy of needing to focus on that air energy, which is about communication and the mind and mental clarity. And the best way that I know of to get that is to do a lot of meditating and a lot of contemplation, okay? Bottom of the deck for the major arcana, you have the star. And I think you know this, but in case you don't, the star is about transformation, a spiritual transformation. That's Aquarius energy. The sign of Aquarius is the water bearer. This is about transforming within so that you can transform without. And it's about bringing things up emotionally to release them in order to clear your space so that you can move into that next place, which is where you start moving toward temptation and then judgment and then the world, all of those pit stops along the major arcana. So think about those things and how they resonate for you. But that's what I'm getting for you right there with that. All right, so the next card we're going to pull is from Dreams of Gaia. The Dreams of Gaia deck is really to talk about your romantic life and what your purpose or challenges might be regarding your romantic situation, especially if you have a twin soul, considering that this is a last lifetime energy. I'd like to see what's going to come through from the Dreams of Gaia. What's her guidance romantically or path look like from Dreams of Gaia? Okay. Five of Earth, and bottom of the deck is Queen of Fire. That's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. And the Queen of Fire or Queen of Wands is someone who's very creative and very confident, and also has her own special brand of magic that she uses in order to create the environment around her that she wants to exist. You also, with the Five of Earth, though, this is an energy of, can you see the person in the background? They're kind of almost blended into the environment because of there's a lack mentality. We talked about that earlier. There's this lack mentality in that person in the background, and then this person with those red horns and the cards has that ace to play in their hands, and they're someone who is almost too full of themselves, almost too egotistical. So it's about finding a balance between those two, because the lack mentality won't serve you. It may get you pity, but nothing more. And being a little bit too full of yourself or too arrogant or not humble will not serve you so well either. There's a happy medium in between here. And the Queen of Fire can find that very well. She's definitely someone who is an ideas person, creative, someone who, like I said, it's like having, you can see the cat there. In the traditional tarot, I think, she's got the black cat, which definitely represents her being sort of magical. And for some reason, I'm getting the message that you should check out the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean. I just think you might find something in there that you would find useful. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth. When this comes to love, though, this thing about finding that balance is in a lot of your love relationships, you've often had this feeling of lack or being left out in the cold or completely being the one in power. There's a need to ride the middle here and to find, you will with your twin soul probably, find a happy medium there where the connection is much more reciprocal, equal give and take, and that will work for you much better. And it also will be more fulfilling than these relationships where you were either being not treated well or where you had the upper hand completely, because that's boring. So it's definitely best. Twin souls are the best because you can find, it's a very equal give and take with that person, and you will have, you won't ever question how much they care about you, but you will also butt heads sometimes, right? So that's not bad. So next we want to do is pull a Moonology card. The Moonology card we're looking more now at the present moment. And the Moonology card is to give you guidance as far as where you are right now and where you're guided to sort of either take action on something, not take action. The Moonology card is very much about working with the power of the moon. So guidance from the Moonology Oracle. Fixed moon, hold your vision. And notice how that looks. Do you see it's like a yin and yang almost with the way it's fixed. And then bottom of the deck, full moon in Pisces, balance your spirituality and practicality. A lot of messages about balance for you and finding that middle road, which you, in some instances, will just not be able to do, and others, it'll work very well. Regarding the Moonology cards, though, that's also about how to manifest best, because manifesting with the new moon, I think, is the best way to do it. So if you think about balancing spirituality and practicality, it's not saying not to dream big, but it's saying also if you're making it a short-term manifestation or a short-term goal, make sure that you're offering the universe something to work with. And then when it comes to those long-term things, hold your vision. Hold your vision and put in the ABCs of whatever you've decided you need to take action on to help make those things happen. And then just trust the universe and allow them to come in the right time. pulling from the power deck now. This is your wisdom card, and this is for both the short term and long term. Intuition and focus. Focus is the one that was just at the bottom of the deck. So the first card is intuition. Can you see that? There it is. Okay, this is card number 23, intuition. That breaks down to a 5. So your intuition is going to help you make the necessary changes right now that need to be made in your life. Hold on. And the direction is west and the color is black. So direction west, color black. When I get a direction card, I face that direction when I do my meditations. From the left side of your body comes your female energy, whether you're a man or woman. Within the femaleness, this feminine consciousness, lives your intuition. Intuition is the intelligence of your body and mind. Feel what is true with your body-mind rather than knowing what is true with your mind. Intuition does not have the clouds of accumulated knowledge to distort your vision. Intuition simply sees what is truth. With intuition, you can feel the source of your being without reasoning it away and being filled with doubt. Doubt destroys your intuition. Your power lies always in the balance between your mind and knowledge and wisdom and the truth that lies in your heart space or your intuition. Honey, both of your cards are to do with air energy. Intuition is heart space, but it's that balance, though. And then the focus card. You've got card number 34, focus. That breaks down to a 7. 7 is the holy number of completion in Judeo-Christian belief systems. The direction is north and the color is white. Much of what you see in life is an agreement that something is in fact true. To develop power, focus on one aspect of your life. This could be your career, a sport, or some endeavor that you have a passion about. Become an expert. In the process of becoming an expert, you fine-tune your whole being. You collect the important parts of yourself and you begin to live the life of a warrior. Rid yourself of your attitudes that are not essential to your task. Collect your energy and focus your power on wondrous and magical acts. Let the shell of your consciousness rise out of the ocean of your subconscious mind. It's just a matter of focus. And the question, do you believe in magic? If you don't, nothing magical will ever happen to you. So, good choice. If you do, another good choice, right? It's really what you choose. All right, so next we're going to pull from the Lightworker Oracle. This also is not really about, no, before we get to that, we've got to do, sorry. I pulled my cards out in the wrong order tonight when I got here. Okay, so before we go to your Lightworker Oracle, the Lightworker Oracle is more about your path and your journey as a Lightworker, solo. And then before we get to that, I want to pull one more card about your relationship path this lifetime, because certainly you've got this twin soul thing going on, I think. Children and trust. Reconciliation, bottom of the deck. Someone from your past will return to your life. Children, your love life is affected by children and trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So you know what to do with all of that. So Lightworker Oracle, like I said, that's more about your solo path as a Lightworker and what you need to focus on as far as your spiritual journey. And then we're going to pull Energy Oracle, Talking to Heaven, and Traditional Tarot. What's the message that Meera most needs from the Lightworker Oracle? Dark Angel. That's card number 30. The Dark Angel comes to you with a radical truth. Divine love is always there for you without exception. Love will never forget you. It will never stop caring for you, even when it seems most unlikely. In fact, especially then, the divine is reaching for you, nurturing you. Even our wounds are ways that we can discover love and divine grace through the healing process. The divine is always helping you remember who you are and find your true joy. When the dark angel appears, you are being given a gift of light, even though it may seem to be hidden in the darkness, and a hidden blessing. A dark mystery is one that helps us learn that even if things don't seem to be working out according to the timing or the methods that we believe necessary, the light and love of spirit are unfailing. If a door is closed in your face, then it is the wrong door for you. Divine love will ensure that the right door opens at the right time. When you encounter darkness, how you respond can make either the dark or the light victorious. You choose doubt and fear, or you choose love and light. Every choice is between those two things, and it's always a chance to spiritually advance enough to trust unconditionally. That is the trust that burns bright, not only when things appear good, but especially when things seem to be bad or dark or heading in the wrong direction. Does unconditional trust mean that you give up if things get tough, assuming it's not meant to be? Of course not. Relying on unconditional trust and understanding the dark mystery, you're willing to go through these periods of not knowing. You're willing to continue your path even when you are not seeing immediate results, because in your heart you know it will be right. This type of trust is powerful enough to release any separation between you and the divine. You know that even when the universe guides you into challenging territory, you shall benefit, grow in divine power, and become the amazing being that you are destined to be. Praying to the beautiful dark angel and writing, drawing, dancing, or your feelings, or dialoguing with your dream images, you can work through the pain of a challenging time and grow in wisdom. What matters is that you honestly express the depth of your suffering. Then, when you are ready, acknowledge that the experience has helped you and how. As we realize how we have grown through the experiences we go through, turning what was once a source of pain into spiritual light, we masterfully transform our deepest pains into our greatest growth and spiritual accomplishments. We become true spiritual alchemists, releasing light from darkness. As you learn to put more faith in love than in fear, your trust becomes increasingly unconditional, and you find the light even through the darkness. In this way, you become initiated in the mystery of the dark angel. Then you can show others that this is possible. You can help heal others from victim consciousness. That's people who continually make themselves out to be a helps victim. And show them that inner peace is actually possible no matter what their circumstances, even when they are facing the unpredictable twists and turns of life. You can notice people who have true inner peace because their circumstances never cause them to complain or look out as if things are not happy and upbeat. If you have been going through a difficult time or struggling to heal an issue, the dark angel promises that even through the depths of despair, you can find the light. In your own time, you will rise again when it's time. And into trust, restored faith, and hope, all will be well. The invocation to go with this card for the dark angel is, I call upon the wisdom of unconditional love, that I may be empowered to see the true light within everything and everyone, including that which holds the outward appearance of darkness. I honor the truth that darkness serves a purpose, and I treat it always as an opportunity, not a problem, to strengthen the light. I call upon the light of divine love to ignite the light of my own heart, strengthening it each day. Through divine grace, I am always held in the light. May divine grace shine through me and into the hearts and minds of all beings upon the earth. So be it. So yeah, that's definitely what I think when I see that, is that you may be going through, even if you've already been through that dark night of the soul period, you may be going through a little bit of a return to that, and it may just be a test, or it may be something that's going to last a long time. You can tell based on how quickly you come through it, whether it was just a really tough test or whether it was something more. But if you're going through that dark night period, it's very important to recognize the dark angel is there to sort of guide you through that and to show you that there's actually more light in those times, and it's going to lead to better things if you can sort of make the best of it while it's happening. It's easy for us all to be happy when things are good. That's the easy time. The challenge that Spirit tries to give you is to see tough times happening or people struggling and see how you respond, what your reaction is. Okay, that's and you will repeat those cycles until you react the way the Spirit wants you to, or that your higher self wants you to. I'm pulling from the Energy Oracle now, and the Energy Oracle are basically your blessing cards. So these are the blessings that you can expect to be there this lifetime to help you out in your processes. Cornucopia is the overall card, which is card number 11. There's a portal here for you. And so I do think this might be your last lifetime in human form. Got card number 30, the garden and the gate. Card number 53, magician and the mirror. And card number 33, door to romance. So this is definitely about your coming back into union in the physical form with a twin soul or high level soulmate. That's what the door to romance card is about. The 3-3 is the number of the ascended master. It's also a karmic number or a number of learning lessons. So you two are probably here learning a lot of lessons together this lifetime. As soon as your twin soul comes into your life, you really start learning lessons in a big way. Card number 30 is the garden and the gate. Again, this is much, I think these two kind of go together, the garden and the gate and the magician and the mirror. There is definitely, this is your ability to transmute things alchemically, and this is the result of that transmuting. What you're going to see is that gate to a garden. This has to do with the Holy Spirit too, and the using of that Holy Spirit energy to sort of awaken a path that maybe you're not on yet, that has to do with something spiritual, like a spiritual mission. Usually when you come into contact with your twin soul, there's something spiritually that you activate things inside your DNA. It's called DNA activation happens. And you start to come into contact with gifts that you maybe weren't aware that you had. For you, there's something to do with that that's going to lead to like a whole new experience of sort of seasons of planting seeds and reaping the harvest as things grow, new things grow. So really nice blessings there. So we wrap it up with a Talking to Heaven card. This would be from ancestors or those who have crossed over. So if there is someone, I'm not going to, unless something really clear comes through, I won't name anyone. I mean, usually I don't get that kind of a contact. I'm sure if you've seen some of my live readings where people's loved ones have come through once in a while, like that woman whose husband who died in Iraq came through. But it's usually much more subtle than that. Messages you have from Meera. I am sorry, please forgive me. And I feel healthy and happy. All right, so I'm going to finish up with some messages from the Millennium Thoth Tarot. No, I bet you would like Arcanum better. I'm going to pull from Arcanum for you. This is more for, just to wrap up, for near future guidance, current and near future guidance and energies, and then I will wrap it up that way. So let's see. Like 6 to 8 cards for Meera for current and near future guidance, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's that soul, that high-level soulmate or twin soul coming through 6 of Cups. Also, your outcome card is the Sun. Really nice. There's Death, the Knight of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Page of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the Sun. So there's a strong ending here with the Death card. That's Scorpio energy. That's kind of some harsh energy. Scorpio, that's like death, rebirth. You know, you think of a scorpion with that like stinger on their tail. So when they sting something, the scorpions can't resist using their stinger, but once they sting something, they lose their stinger and they die. So it's a very like up and down energy. This is the death card though. And so it's definitely representing something coming to a hard ending. But as that ends, you've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot, a slow moving earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, something reliable, stable, very dependable coming in towards you, allowing you to make forward movement toward what you're looking for in life, which is to do with this person. It's to see this, the two children in this Six of Cups and the kite flying. There's some kind of a nostalgia here. You probably felt like you knew each other from the moment you met. And with the Page of Cups, this could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy. A lot of Cups energy here, or Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn with the Pentacles. The Chariot is Cancer energy. That's the card of Cancer. Death is the card of Scorpio. So just know that. The Sun can be Leo energy because Leo is ruled by the Sun. So this could be Leo energy, but you've got a lot of like nostalgia, childlike energy here. The two kids in this Six of Cups, and then the two kids holding hands in the Sun card as well. So there's a lot of childlike energy, a lot of happiness, nostalgia. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles, which is an energy of holding on to things which once held value but don't anymore. So don't be holding on to something that's no longer serving you. It'll keep you stuck, and nobody wants to be stuck. This Page of Cups energy is about someone coming in and offering new love or an apology in order to reconcile. It could be a new person or somebody coming back to apologize and reconcile a relationship that's been in separation or no communication. I really like these two energies for you. This is good, and it should be happening really soon. This is stuff for the current and near future energies that you're dealing with. So you very recently allowed something to end, but that ending has led to a new beginning coming in and movement forward progress with the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles coming in, and then the Six of Cups and the Sun is really nice. The Sun and the Death card, the two major arcanas with the Chariot. Beginning, ending, really good change. So allow that Chariot energy to take over right now because it's leading you to the Sun, which is ultimate happiness and clarity as well. It's clarity of purpose and clarity of vision. So that's really good. All right, Meera, I hope this reading offered you some guidance and insights. And it's what a map of destiny or what makes you magic. Call it what you want. Either one is fine. And yeah, thank you for your patience. I'm glad I got to do that for you today. I'm sorry for the delay. It's been a lot going on. I will probably be doing the general readings for the channel in the next couple of days. And I'm going to get this sent out to you now. Thank you so much.